Hey guys, Maniac here, and I'm here with some more Maniac reviews. And today, for Maniac reviews, I'm going to be reviewing Bond. James Bond. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make 25 films in the matter of 50 years while I change my appearance about 10 times. Alright, so Skyfall. I know I didn't really say Skyfall in the beginning, but you know, kinda, you guys should be able to tell by the title, and yeah. Anyways, so Skyfall, I'm gonna start off by saying, this was kinda like a 50th anniversary, James Bond thing. After, I believe that there is 25 films, between 25 and 30 films, and throughout them there's been a whole bunch of different James Bonds, 007s, and yeah, so I guess might as well get into characters. So we have the bad guy, whose name I can't remember. It was like, he was an agent. I think his actor's name is Vaughn. I can't even remember his actor's name. I can't. Well, they didn't really say his name that much, so I can't remember it. Then you have James Bond, of course. M and random black lady who's there for a bit and shoots James. Big spoiler alert, he gets shot in it. I think there's been a lot of them where he gets shot. And then you have the bureaucrat guy. So now I guess I'm gonna go on to storyline. Storyline in this, it's the usual James Bond storyline with a bit of a twist in the way that they actually had. I don't know, I haven't watched every James Bond movie. I think I've watched Skyfall, Casino Royale. I believe that's it, actually. I haven't really, so I'm not like a big James Bond nut. I do like the franchise and stuff. I've seen a bit of Goldfinger before. Like I've seen a whole bunch. Like just snippets of some of the other ones. But Casino Royale and Skyfall are the only two that I've actually seen everything of. So I guess next what I'll say is, you know, beginning, he gets shot, then like the rest of the movie's just kind of the character development of, like, they kind of already have this established character for people who are actually big fans of James Bond, but then they just kind of lead on to like still doing character development, but in a good way, like in a sense that it's not repetitive, but it's like he's been shot and then he kind of has to come from the ground up to recover, and you know, he kind of like leaves the agency because he's angry at M because she was like, take the shot, god dang it, take the shot, and then the random black girl just goes and like, yo, I just shot James Bond, oh no. And then there's like a kind of, then they like poke fun at it, and I would, if I got shot by this girl, I would be like, what the F were you thinking? God dang it, you're lucky I'm alive, you're lucky only you hit my shoulder, god dang it. Like, I would, like, and he's just like, it's okay, no need to worry. I'd have been just like, no, don't look at me, don't speak to me, or else I'm gonna flip you. I'm gonna flip you over that ledge. Don't look at me that way. I said don't look at me that way. Yeah, that's what I would have been like. And you have the bad guy who's, I think this is, like, I know a lot about the villains of James Bond, because there's been a lot of them, and you know, there's been the bad ones and then there's been the good ones. This one for sure is in the top 5 of villains of James Bond. Faux show, son. But he was interesting. Like, he reminded me of if they had took Voss from Far Cry 3, and if they had took another video game character that I can't remember his name. He was from Max Payne 3. Victor, and if they'd combined them together, there would be your... This would be the villain. Like, he's part insane. Closer to the end, you can really see it. And then he's just, but he's smart and bureaucratic in the way that he's an agent. And, like, those were kind of, like, the two I compared him with. Like, if they had the baby, it'd be this guy. The actor did a really good job at playing him. Daniel Craig, of course, great James Bond. Now, bit of a spoiler. Like, I'm not even going to try to spoil it because it was a good movie and I think you guys should see it if you're watching this. But the ending, who they had as the new person who got shot and died, I was really confused because I thought they would have had another girl to replace her. I thought it would have been the black girl. Wow, okay, that in itself is good enough of a hint. I thought it would have been enough, like, the black girl replacer, because that would have kind of been made sense. But no, they get the bureaucrat guy to do it. And the bureaucrat guy, like, James Bond at the beginning is just like, I don't like you. Or at least that's his attitude to him. Then later on, you know, he lightens up because, you know, the guy just, like, gets a pistol and he's like, and he goes on ninja up in this business. So yeah, I guess I'll go on to negatives and positives. Padding in this, near the kind of end, there was a good amount of padding because it's just kind of like, you know, he goes home, to where, like, he grew up and stuff where his parents died, and, like, his original home in Scotland and stuff. So, and then it's just like, you meet this, oh yeah, then you meet the big fat guy who's hilarious with the double barrel dual wielding not dual wielding, but double barrel shotgun, which was pretty cool. Anyways though, and it's just like, a lot of that in there was a lot of padding for them kind of preparing for the, for like the fight that they were going to have with the bad guy, because they're like, I know he will come, we must prepare. Experience. So it was just like, no, just no. And then a bit of padding in the beginning too. The one thing I also didn't like is that they had CGI'd Komodo dragons, which really didn't need to be there. Along with this other random white girl that they had, who, of course, you know, in every James Bond movie, he has to bang some girl, this being the girl, and that was just like, you don't need to be there. Some of that stuff from that kind of, like, area did not help the story at all. Did not help at all. So really, they did a kind of bad thing with that. Positives to this, things that I liked. Oh yeah, sorry, I got kind of off track after I said the CGI Komodo dragon. I think that they could have, like, for some of it, yes, it did need to be CGI'd, but, like, for a lot of it, like, I think there was about, I'd say around 20 seconds where it needed to be CGI. The rest of it could have been a real Komodo dragon. Would have made it a lot cooler. I'm just saying, in my opinion. Also, there's a lot of, like, there's a couple plot holes. Like, they never did explain why the bad guy went bad in the first place. Like, he kind of, like, was like, oh, it's all because of you, Em. We're all back here because of you, Em. Ah. And then it was just like, well, you're just insane, but what happened? And I don't remember them explaining it. And I'm pretty sure they didn't. So that's why I'm getting that wrong. If I am, I apologize. Yeah, sorry, I'll go on to positives now because we're running out of time. Positives to this movie. The CGI, when they did have the Komodo dragon, looked awesome. Like, I love reptiles, as you guys may know. And I was fine with it. It was beautiful. The fight scenes were pretty cool. Especially, like, some of the ending ones. The car that they had, classic Bond car. couldn't go wrong with that. And yeah, storyline and everything else, like kind of like that. When I always go for, you know, positives and negatives. I mean, when I go for positives, I always include like the storyline if it's a good storyline, or else it goes into the negatives. So like Les freaking Mis. So happy they didn't win anything at Oscars. Like won 2 awards. Anyways though, yeah, so Skyfall, good movie, solid Bond movie. I recommend going to go see it. Too bad it's not in the theaters anymore. But you know, what can you do? If you saw it in the theaters, good on you. But I guess I'm going to have to end the video here. I'm going to be giving this Bond movie 4.6. No, 4.4. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, favorite, like, and all that fun stuff. And I'll see you guys next time, or whatever I make. He's gonna drag on. Peace out.